August 21st, 2023. J6 updates and news. DC's heating up. Weekend's over. DC is heating. Grabbing water. Just getting ready for news. Things are happening fast today. Hey, Sunkissed. Let's see if anybody can guess where we are today. Hello, Sylvia. Hello, C4. Just take a couple shots while our Patriot family is. It's hot. It's hot again. All right, silly. Get some good food. Stay away from that restaurant. Hi, Deb. Bye. Come on in. Hi, Cora. Okay. Thank you, Deb. Bye. Get that watermark. Thank you. I don't know why I can't ever remember that. It's because I'm scrambling every time I set this up. I'm really not. Look what I found. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful willow tree. Yeah, C4, I was just getting ready to go live like a half hour ago. I got a text, the warden's been fired. I don't know the story yet. We'll get the juicy details tonight at the Freedom Corner Vigil. And then the phone rings and my buddy, whose son lives in Maui, gave me a call. So obviously that was not a quick conversation. I got a lot of stuff about Maui right now, firsthand information. And I've seen stories about Maui that go from wild to just insane, crazy. Holy smokes, what's going on over there? So we gotta just keep an eye. We gotta learn how to filter information. Even though it's something that we really want to think is happening over there, we gotta verify and make sure. And some of the stories I got today were just a little far-fetched. I couldn't believe them. So I got a guy in Maui. I mean, he can go look in that volcano and see if there's a helicopter sitting in the bottom of it, or he's going to give me more information. I'm going to talk to him sometime before the vigil and hopefully have some type of a report for you, or even possibly a recorded phone call with him. He owns a logging business on the island of Maui, and his father started that business back in the 70s, and I lived next door to his father up in the mountains of Washington State. And him and I were great friends, still are. And so I got in touch with him. He called me back. I got his son's phone number now. Hopefully we'll get a conversation with him in later. It's boiling hot here. I'm sorry, that was probably... I got a screen now. This might be harder than I think. I'm just going to stay right here in the shade. We're not going to go to the willow tree. I can see the chat right now. Metal is joy. I'm 5 minutes 38 seconds into this video. I got my screen back. It appears to still be running. Oh man, some days are better than others. Okay, so are we up and running? Yeah, I believe so. My last message is Sunkissed. We're back. Cherry Plus, hello. All right, Lisa McNeely. Let's get to it, man. I'm gonna have to wipe the on here while we're talking, I believe. Oh, and every time I wipe the phone down, I lose the screen. All right, here we go. David opened in prayer yesterday. It was a good prayer. Matt Da Silva had a phone call. It was nacho night in the prison. He survived. 39 minutes into last night, Corinne showed up and gave us a talk, an American pep talk. Freedom Corner is ground zero. I would have to agree with her on that. Jesus is our Savior. I would have to agree with her on that. So I'd say Corinne's on the same team no matter what you think about her. And she's got a channel, americahappens.com. I have not looked into it yet, but if one of you guys could look into it, let us know how that channel looks. Is she putting good information out or not? Then we know how to receive Corinne when she's around, you know. And she also said the federal government is out to get us. I would have to agree on that too. At 53:48, I finally got to talk to a gal her name is Sharmia. And she's been coming to the vigil. She came with another guy and a younger girl who I assumed was her daughter, maybe younger sister. And we got to talking. She knows a guy in the DC Gulag who has been in there for 7 years and just had a hearing lately, and they just pushed his whole trial back another 3 or 4 months to November. So he's going to be in the DC Gulag without a trial for getting on 8 years now, which is not very cool in America. Not very cool in America. So I interviewed her, a song came on, the sound got really bad. I really want to get a better interview with her, a sit-down interview in a good audio environment, and get to know her better. She didn't come there just because, she came there because she saw us standing there and realized that there were all these prisoners for J6 in the prison, which she didn't know about. So she started coming, asking questions, found out a lot of information, and she has been there 5 or 6 times now. So welcome Sharmia into the J6 Patriot family. Matt Da Silva then called back with a 15-minute call with Francis Scott Key, a story about the Star Spangled Banner, which was very interesting. And yesterday we sang happy birthday to Robert Morse, who just celebrated his 30th birthday. It is his 3rd birthday behind bars. I'm not sure if anybody else has that notoriety yet, but this is his 3rd birthday behind bars in America. An amazing patriot. He's a history teacher. He taught children. They waited till the end of school year to arrest him. And he is writing awesome pieces about patriotism, about morality. He has a website. That website is www.aka.thelegoman. All one word. And yes, Silly, I want to get information from her about who's her man that's in there, what his name is. We know how to look this stuff up, and I'd like to find out what we find out also. So something about this warden getting fired, possibly, I don't know. It's probably all related, and it's probably because we're putting pressure on them, the Patriots. We're putting the pressure on. And then John Manafo and Jeff Sable called back for the national anthem. We had a good national anthem. Jeffrey was reading some poetry, and that makes it known that we're in a spiritual war. Choose your side wisely. C4, has Oreo interviewed her already? I'd like to know about that too. If he knows about her, what does he know? And so then at 1:53 we had the national anthem. So that's it for the J6 Freedom Corner news. Now in J6 other news, we got this warden getting fired, and her name was Lieutenant Landerkin. The Gulag warden fired. I don't know why yet, but we'll find out. My video from last night got taken down because of a copyright strike, and they froze the video so it couldn't get released. And after much head scratching and cursing, well, I wasn't really cursing out loud, but I was thinking bad thoughts about Neil Young. You greedy, hypocritical, New World Order globalist, Neil. I loved your music. I bought your albums. You were the songs for a generation, and look what you turned into, you scum. You won't even let me put your music on my video. It's not like your music makes my video. It's like I'm getting your music out, okay? I don't understand this copyright infringement stuff, and 99% of all artists are cool with putting a video together with their song in it, except for Neil Young. Way to go, you New World Order piece of scum. I hope you see this, Neil. Neil Young sucks. Video was taken down. I think I got it back up for public consumption. It appears that it's back on my channel, 00 Jericho, under the live part of the menu. It's a live feed. So we got timestamps in there to find everything out that I just talked about in this update. And then last night on Mag Americans, Mags interviewed Bart Shively, who just recently got out of prison after serving 15 and a half months on bullshit charges. He was getting chemotherapy, and I'll tell you what, Bart Shively is not a broken man, much to the disappointment, I'm sure, of these tyrants in this city. Bart Shively is an intelligent man. Bart Shively is a strong man right now, and he is stronger than he was before. Bart Shively has survived your attack, demons. He has survived the attack, and he is in the war. He is back on the battlefield. You guys better watch out, because this guy's going to be a source to contend with. We're going to give Bart some time to decompress naturally. He just spent 15 and a half months of getting tortured, rotten food, solitary confinement, botched medical, beating up, false charges, witness to all kinds of vulgar stuff, living in moldy conditions, brown water coming out of the shower heads. Every public humiliation tactic you can think of, Bart Shively has just survived. So we're going to give Bart some time off, and he's going to let us know when he's ready to jump back in. But on Mags' show last night, you can see for yourself. He was on camera answering questions, and he is all about our King, our Messiah, Jesus Christ. I got some info here on Maui live streamers. AMTV is one guy that I looked up a couple of his videos yesterday. He's professing Jesus right on his videos. I can take what he says a little closer to heart. There's another guy named Jeremy B. Quinn, who I saw an interview with. I don't know what his channel is, though. And he was speaking on the Maui New World Order stuff. And then there's another one called Hawaiian Real Estate. And I didn't get a chance to click on these videos yet, but I saw them. And one of them is the day after drone footage of Maui. We got to get that footage, copy it so it doesn't go away, and analyze that footage. I talked to my buddy in Maui's dad, and he told me that there were areas that burnt that had logs and stuff stacked in them from old logging operations that were 100 feet deep. They were ravines that they had filled up with logs 15, 20 years ago. And they had burnt to the bottom. And you can imagine what type of a fire that would be. And another thing was he had a logging business there, so he knows about horticulture and taking care of a forest. And he told them 15 years ago that that forest where that fire supposedly started in is a pine forest in a state or national forest. And he said that he told him that long ago that there was pine needle and pitch on the ground 2 to 3 feet deep in that forest, and that it needed to be worked on in order for it to not be a tinderbox, which we just found out it was. So it seems like somebody knew there was a lot of tinder on the ground, a lot of stuff to start a fire. It seems to have gotten into all of it, and that's one reason why that burned so bad. My buddy's son's ranch was not burned. His neighbor's ranch was burned. So it's only due to a miracle, a road, the wind was in the right direction and whatnot. It seems to that a road stopped the advancing of the fire towards his house, but his neighbor was on the other side and lost it. So I'm going to get more information for you all on that Maui stuff. I'll get a phone call into him here between now and the vigil. That was not a natural fire, Shannon. That was New World Order agenda. They're going to put an AI government in on Maui. These people are never going to be able to build back the way they are because they changed the permit system last month or 2 months ago. And this is how they operate. Let's watch how they run this play, and then we know when they run this play again. This is how we beat them, folks. This is how we beat them. Without lighting their houses on fire, without burning up their resources, without violence. This is how we beat them, with smart intelligence, thinking rationally, gaining intelligence, gaining proof, and beating them through law and order. There will be no civil war. There's Hawaii Real Estate. Silly just posted it. That guy seems to be the best one, but I don't know. I did see the title that it was the day after drone footage. I really want to watch that as soon as I'm done with this broadcast. So I think we got through everything in less than 30 minutes again this time. Hurricane Hillary is a distraction, people. We just spent 5 days now watching and hearing about Hurricane Hillary, when really all that happened was it rained, okay? We got chemtrailed skies in DC today. 2 hours ago, there were big lines across the sky. Now we got this haze. So they're chemtrailing DC right now, for that matter. Turns into a giant haze. I'm smelling smoke in the air. Now I saw yesterday that a bunch of fires started up in Washington, Oregon, Idaho, and western Montana. It just seems odd they all just start up at the same time now. My buddy who I talked to about Maui, he lives in Washington, and he said the air is so smoky that you can't see down the road right now. So we're under attack. We are under attack. 300 more people are going to die from fentanyl today. We don't know how many bodies yet in Maui. We are taking the hits There's a body count only on one side of this war right now. We better hope we got the military with us, because law enforcement is nowhere right now. Law enforcement right now is enforcing a no media zone around Maui. Law enforcement is keeping things from happening here in DC with all the rules and regulations and stuff. We're not allowed to just go protest the government anymore. You got to jump through 17 hoops to get there. Continual harassment from these people. We're under attack, people. What we're seeing in Maui is small amounts of incompetence turn into calamities. This is a guy with the water department who wouldn't turn the water on for the fire people because the water is holy. One guy in one position that made a huge calamity, okay? Now we got the sheriff from Las Vegas who now works in Maui and is the sheriff of this disaster scene. Shuts down the media out of that whole area. They botched all the escape routes. They didn't set off the siren to let the people know. This is it happening right in front of our face again. So let's not forget this time. Let's not hit the snooze alarm on this one. Let's get investigations now. I haven't seen one of our representatives stand up and go and ask the same questions I'm asking right now. Not one. So what's up with that? Guess whose side they're on? All right, America. I got myself all worked up in a frenzy here. Got my Speedo all bunched up. All right, I'm gonna have to decompress from this live stream. Devil tried to shut us down one more time. We beat it. Camera's still rolling, and it's gonna roll again tonight at Freedom Corner, Patriots. Unless I find something else to film between now and then. God bless you for coming along. Let's keep an eye on this Maui thing. Glory, hallelujah. Say the prayers for our J6ers and their families. And let's carry on this battle. Hot week in DC. This is Jericho. Over and out.